Let me start by asking you, what is the global perspective on India? How important is India when it comes to shaping global healthcare for tomorrow?
India is very important in shaping global healthcare for tomorrow because I believe it's approximately 50 or 60% of the sales of Indian pharmaceutical companies go to the United States, and that's for generic products.
Coming to your area of expertise, and we have been talking about regulations since morning, why is there so much of divergence in regulatory practices across different economies? And that not only makes it more costly, it also makes it more difficult to meet these requirements.
It's because of cultural differences, and different cultures have different ways of doing things. And it's also because companies need to have the support of senior management who demand that quality procedures are followed. And what are good practices today that more and more companies are following are the practice of continuous quality improvement and total risk management. And what these procedures will do will make sure that your company is always in compliance and actively working every day to improve your compliance. Therefore, you'll always be prepared for any regulatory inspection.
You've been designing and developing effective systems to ensure CGMP. How do you ensure that Indian pharma companies follow it, or pharma companies across the world follow it from the very beginning of the process rather than waiting for scrutiny?
Okay, well, there's some very good ICH guidance documents. ICH is the International Conference of Harmonization, and that includes buy-in from the United States, from the European Union, from Japan, and now I think Australia is part of that. And there are some very good ICH guidance documents. ICH Q7, that's the Good Manufacturing Practice Regulations for Active Pharmaceutical Ingredients. Then you have ICH Q8, Q9, I think Q9 is risk management, and Q10 is like total quality. And if these are guidances, they're not laws, so you don't have to follow them, they're just recommendations. But if more companies follow these ICH guidances and they use those guidances to create their written procedures, then they'll all improve their quality. And what's important is to make safe and effective products that are available for the consumers that need them.
In fact, during the discussion, you've also mentioned one key observation, which is on how top management has to be clued in. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes. Quality directives and quality initiatives have to be supported by top management. It's unfortunate, but top management is more concerned about sales and fulfilling invoices. I call it, and putting it on the truck. Products shouldn't be put on the truck or the lorry, as you may say here, until they've been released by quality. And quality needs to have the authority to withhold those products if they don't meet the specifications. But unfortunately, senior management, if they don't have support that quality initiative and they're just looking to make more money and sell more product, then they're going to continue to have poor practices. If senior management takes the initiative and lets all their employees know that we are a company that follows good compliance practices and that we continuously try to improve these quality practices, what will happen is you'll find you have less deviations, you'll have less out of specification results, and you'll make better product and you'll make more product, and your consumers, your regulators, and your shareholders will all benefit from that.
You mentioned US being one of our key markets. It's a growth driver for the Indian pharmaceutical sector. What kind of changes can we expect with the new Trump administration which will have a deep impact on the sector?
Okay, that's a very good question. Thank you. What happens is typically when Republicans get elected as presidents, they support big business. And what they try to do is to decrease regulations and to take away the authority of the Food and Drug Administration because they want to promote business. That's what the Republican Party is all about. And President Trump, you know, he may have some good ideas, but they're not practical because now we have very strict enforcement and FDA has strong authority, and there are still companies that operate with a total disregard for quality. Just imagine what would happen if President Trump gets his wishes and we decrease the authority that FDA has. That will just be even more companies who have a disregard for quality. And if you take away enforcement, you cannot expect to voluntarily comply.
So in fact, through the day, you've had meetings with corporates, you've had meetings with Indian regulators. What are the key insights that you have seen across the day?
The key insights is that many of the Indian manufacturers feel that they're being unfairly punished. And there's the scrutiny is too intense by FDA. But FDA is an ethical company. The people who work there have good integrity and good ethics. And what FDA is doing is making sure that there's a continuous supply of drug products that are safe and effective and available for the consumers that need them. And that's what's important. And many people say, well, I want to make sure that these products are available for my family. That's nice, but what about the public? It's not just your family. These products need to be available for everybody who needs them.
Well, thanks so much, Brian, for joining us, and I appreciate your coming to India for this conference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.